Hey Ravens fans, welcome back. Today, we've got a ton to talk about when it comes to the team, the coaching staff, and some recent updates that could shape the season ahead. First things first. The big news coming out of Baltimore involves some interesting moves on the coaching front. Jesse Miner has been busy making decisions that are really starting to shape the identity of this team, and it's exciting to watch. There's a lot of strategy, planning, and long-term thinking behind the scenes, and as fans, it's fun to start piecing it all together and imagining how these moves might pay off on the field. One of the most talked about developments has been the return of Gilman to Baltimore. His trajectory in the NFL has been fascinating. He's someone who really understands the Ravens culture, having served in various roles from scouting analytics intern to coaching research intern, and later as a football analyst before moving to the Colts. Now, he's coming back. And there's a lot of curiosity about what his role will look like as a game management coordinator. From what we can gather, it's a position that could touch on defensive strategy or possibly involve oversight of certain units. It reminds me a little bit of past experiences in Baltimore, when roles were created to give coaches specific responsibilities on game day. While it's not exactly the same, the parallels are interesting and suggest that the Ravens are continuing to innovate with how they structure their staff on the offensive side. The wide receiver coaching situation has drawn a lot of attention. The Ravens have requested interviews for a couple of promising candidates, which shows how deliberate Miner is about strengthening the development of this group. Tyler Tettleton, currently with the Jaguars, has been deeply involved in offensive game planning and is seen as someone with future offensive coordinator potential. His background includes working as an assistant running backs coach before moving into the wide receiver room, which gives him a broad perspective on offensive schemes. Then there's Apprentice Gill, Baltimore's assistant wide receivers coach, who has been instrumental in developing players over the past 2 seasons. The Ravens have a lot invested in players like Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and T.Z. Walker, and these coaching hires are critical to ensuring continued growth for these young talents. Both Tettleton and Gill bring different strengths, one from outside the organization with fresh ideas, and one from within, who knows the system and the players well. Either way, the potential impact on the Ravens' passing game is huge. Speaking of player development, it's been impressive to watch how certain wide receivers have evolved under the current staff. Zay Flowers, for instance, has shown tremendous growth, while Bateman has had a challenging season but remains a talented player with significant upside. T.Z. Walker has flashed potential in his early years, and the combination of these coaching hires could elevate him further. The Ravens are not just filling roles, they're carefully selecting individuals who can contribute to a broader vision for the team's offense. It's clear that Miner and the front office are building something with depth and foresight, prioritizing not just immediate results but long-term sustainability and growth. Moving beyond the coaching staff, there's exciting news on the financial side of things. The NFL recently projected the 2026 salary cap to be in the range of $301 to $305 million per team, which is a significant increase from the previous season. This jump in cap space is fantastic for the Ravens because it opens up possibilities for contract extensions, signings, and other roster moves. The team will likely focus on securing key players like Lamar Jackson and Tyler Linderbaum before free agency begins. Extending Lamar's contract, in particular, will provide more flexibility to manage the roster effectively while still pursuing other strategic additions. With the increased cap, Baltimore has an opportunity to strengthen its core and make impactful moves that could define the next few seasons. Now, the coaching side and the cap situation are intertwined. For instance, extending major players and investing in talent is easier when the team has a clear plan for development and a strong coaching structure. With the likes of Declan Doyle bringing innovative offensive strategies and Dwayne Ledford improving the offensive line, the Ravens are setting the stage for a more dynamic offense. On the defensive side, while they missed out on hiring Jim Leonard, there are still strong candidates like Steve Clinkscale and Mike Elson, both of whom have connections with Miner and bring experience that could solidify the defense. The coordination between staff members and the front office seems highly intentional, with each hire or promotion carefully evaluated to ensure it contributes to the team's overall growth. The focus on long-term planning is what really stands out. Baltimore isn't rushing into decisions, they're methodically shaping the team to be competitive, not just this season but for years to come. From wide receiver coaching to the defensive coordinator role, each choice is part of a larger blueprint the emphasis on player development, innovation in game planning, and strategic staff hires highlights a commitment to excellence, even when certain candidates, like Tettleton or Gill, are considered for these roles. It's about maximizing potential while maintaining continuity within the organization. The Ravens are positioning themselves to stay ahead of trends in the NFL and maintain a competitive edge through smart management and coaching expertise. It's also worth noting that the Ravens' strategy includes preparing for potential roster changes. The cap flexibility gives them the ability to negotiate extensions, retain key players, and explore free agency options that complement the team's existing talent. Balancing star players' contracts with promising younger athletes is a delicate act, but the front office seems up to the challenge. The combination of smart roster management, innovative coaching hires, and cap space planning creates a strong foundation that the Ravens can build upon in the coming seasons. In terms of coaching dynamics, it's exciting to think about how the wide receiver room could evolve, with potential hires like Tettleton, who brings fresh perspectives, or Gill, who understands the current system and players. There's an opportunity to enhance both strategy and player development. This could translate into more explosive plays, better execution, and more consistent performance from the receiving corps. The careful evaluation of each candidate alongside the broader staff illustrates that Baltimore is not just filling positions, they're investing in growth, expertise, and long-term success. Additionally, the Ravens' approach to the defensive side of the ball demonstrates a commitment to strategic depth. Even without a high-profile defensive coordinator like Jim Leonhard, there are capable options available that can maintain and build upon the team's defensive identity. Leonhard's oversight allows him to call plays while supporting assistant coaches who bring unique strengths to the table. This setup ensures the team has both leadership and flexibility, allowing them to adapt to challenges while keeping a consistent vision for performance. What's really impressive is the combination of continuity and fresh ideas. Players benefit from stability in coaching, while new hires can introduce innovation and adjustments that elevate performance. This balance is crucial for teams aiming to maintain long-term competitiveness in a constantly evolving league. The Ravens management clearly understands this dynamic and is executing on it effectively, which should make fans feel optimistic about the trajectory of the team in both the short and long term. The narrative of the Ravens' current offseason highlights how deliberate planning, smart coaching hires, and strategic financial management can come together to create a strong foundation. Each move, from staffing decisions to cap planning, is carefully considered, demonstrating that the organization is focused on growth, development, and sustained success. Watching these pieces come together provides insight into how the team plans to maintain competitiveness and capitalize on opportunities as they arise, setting the stage for an exciting season ahead. Continuing with the Ravens' off-season developments, one of the most intriguing aspects is the balance between veteran leadership and emerging talent. Lamar Jackson remains at the center of the team's plans, and the front office clearly recognizes the importance of surrounding him with a strong supporting cast. Extending his contract is not just about securing a star player, it's about creating flexibility to enhance the roster around him. That includes keeping key offensive linemen like Tyler Linderbaum and reinforcing skill positions where growth and depth are essential. With the projected salary cap increase, the Ravens are in a position to be proactive rather than reactive, which is critical when aiming to maintain competitiveness across the league. Another focal point is the wide receiver group. Development in this room has been noteworthy over the past few seasons, and the potential coaching hires could accelerate progress. Zay Flowers, for instance, has shown the kind of elite ability that teams dream about, and with the right guidance, he can continue to grow into a game-changing receiver. Rashad Bateman has faced setbacks due to injuries, but the trajectory from his rookie season demonstrates that his talent is undeniable. Then there's T.Z. Walker, who has flashed significant potential and could be poised for a breakout year. The combination of strong coaching support and continuity in the system allows these players to maximize their abilities, which could translate into a more dynamic and versatile passing attack. For the Ravens, the offensive line is another area that is seeing significant improvement. The addition of Dwayne Ledford and Declan Doyle brings experience, technical expertise, and innovative thinking to the unit. Ledford's work with the offensive line is designed to create a cohesive and adaptable front, capable of protecting Lamar Jackson while opening up lanes for the running game. Doyle's approach to offensive strategy emphasizes precision and flexibility, which can create mismatches and allow the offense to exploit defensive weaknesses. These hires reflect the Ravens' commitment to building not just a strong lineup, but a system that can evolve and adapt to the challenges presented by opponents week after week. Defensively, Baltimore has some interesting opportunities and challenges while missing out on a high-profile candidate like Jim Leonard was a setback. The options still available Steve Clinkscale, Mike Elson, and others offer the potential to strengthen the defensive unit while maintaining a consistent philosophy. Menner's role as the play caller ensures continuity and strategic alignment, while assistant coaches bring complementary skills and fresh perspectives. This layered approach allows the team to adjust in game while staying true to a broader defensive vision. A balance that is essential in today's NFL, where adaptability can define a season. Roster management and cap strategy remain a central focus. With projected cap space of over $300 million, Baltimore has opportunities to make critical moves before free agency opens. This includes negotiating extensions, re-signing key contributors, and exploring external talent that can fill gaps or elevate existing units. Players like Tyler Linderbaum are pivotal to the offensive line's success, and retaining them ensures that the core remains intact. Meanwhile, the front office must weigh potential trades or free agent signings against the need to maintain flexibility for future seasons. Each decision carries both immediate and long-term consequences, and the Ravens' approach so far demonstrates a deliberate and calculated strategy that prioritizes sustainable growth over short-term gains. Special teams also warrant attention. Although often overlooked, the development of kickers, punters, and coverage units can influence game outcomes in subtle but meaningful ways. Ensuring continuity and strategic input from coaching staff across these units is part of the comprehensive approach that Baltimore seems to be taking. Even minor adjustments in these areas, combined with improvements on offense and defense, can contribute to overall efficiency and performance. It's a holistic vision that touches every aspect of the team, reflecting a front office and coaching staff that understands the interconnectedness of football operations. Looking ahead, the Ravens' off-season moves also highlight the importance of continuity and culture, bringing back individuals familiar with the team's philosophy, while integrating fresh talent with innovative approaches, fosters an environment where players can thrive. The dynamic between returning coaches like Apprentice Gill and potential new hires like Tyler Tettleton creates a balance between experience and new ideas. This balance is essential for development, ensuring that players receive consistent messaging while also being exposed to new strategies and techniques that can elevate their performance. The investment in coaching is as much about shaping culture as it is about X and O's. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens, and hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Behind the closed doors of the NFL's most scrutinized franchises, whispers are growing louder around Baltimore. According to league chatter, Lamar Jackson may not have gotten the offensive voice he quietly hoped for as the Ravens shaped the direction of their coaching staff. The reigning face of the franchise was believed to favor a more progressive, quarterback-centric offensive mind, with names like Ben Johnson and Clint Kubiak circulating as ideal fits for the evolution he envisioned. The speculation suggests Jackson was intrigued by the creativity and adaptability associated with that coaching tree, Ben Johnson's reputation as an architect of modern passing concepts, and Clint Kubiak's background in timing-based, quarterback-friendly systems reportedly align with how Jackson sees his own development. The idea, as some around the league frame it, was not about rejecting Baltimore's identity, but about refining it to extend Jackson's prime and diversify the offense when games tighten. Instead, the Ravens appeared to prioritize organizational continuity and philosophical control over star preference. Sources familiar with internal dynamics suggest the front office valued a broader team vision, one that balances Jackson's unique talents with a system they believe sustains long-term success. From that perspective, allowing a player, even a franchise quarterback, to steer coaching decisions could set a precedent the organization was unwilling to establish. Still, the rumor mill paints this as a subtle point of tension rather than open conflict. Jackson remains publicly supportive and professional, yet insiders hint that the quarterback's camp took note. In a league where elite quarterbacks increasingly influence scheme and staffing, Baltimore's approach stands out as traditional, even stubborn, depending on who is telling the story. What makes the situation compelling is not drama, but timing. Jackson is at the peak of his powers, and the Ravens are perpetually in a win-now window. Whether ignoring his reported preference becomes a footnote or a missed opportunity will only be clear over time. For now, it remains one of those NFL rumors that lingers in the background, quietly shaping narratives about power, trust, and the delicate balance between a franchise and the star who carries it. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.